Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to try building a high efficiency air filter. To get started, we're going to need to know the distance between these two joists, and that is 17 3/4. Need to know the outside measurements of the box fan. That's going to be 20 1/2. I've decided we're going to come down the joist 4 inches. The width of the box is 4 1/2, and then the 2x4 thickness that'll go on the bottom side of this box fan. Plus we need to add the thickness of the 1-inch air filter. So the piece we're going to use for a drop down is going to have to be 11 inches long. Now I'm going to take this 2x4, cut it up into 4-inch pieces, and then I'll take this piece and I'll cut this into 11-inch pieces. Alright, so we got our pieces cut out. I forgot to mention the cutting out these bottom pieces to hold the fan actually up. But I've made those 4 inches. Those ones are 4 inches. What did I say? These are 11. But anyway, time to get everything centered up and screwed together. Alright, so we got our pieces all screwed together. I only put one screw in both of these tops just to hold the spacer there. Then I'm going to stick these 3 1/2 inches in just to anchor it up. I'll probably only stick 2 in each. It's not very heavy, so that'll be fine. Alright, now to get this box hung, get these cobwebs out of the way so they're not all over my head. Put the box fan up here, make sure everything fits good. Then take a Sharpie, mark center, and mark center on the other side. I found an electrical wire that just happens to be, right in the middle of where I need to put the drop down. So I pulled the staple out of it and moved it out of the way. You can see I had to put a few more pieces of wood up there because, well, I was planning on using the box fan, and of course I'm by myself, so I don't have a third arm. So I had to put some pieces of wood together that was about the right thickness. I ended up sticking 3 screws in here. I couldn't get the wobble out of it. The third one really tightened it up though. Then take the box fan, put it up here, make sure everything is actually right. Stack my wood back up. 3 more screws. That one went in a little crooked, so I pulled it back out after I got the other 2 in and straightened it out. Here I got in a fight with the filter because it got about halfway and didn't want to go anymore, so I had to pull the whole thing out, center it up, and then it went right in. Checking the airflow. It doesn't really feel like it's doing a lot, but we'll see. Thinking about putting a block on the one side so it blows over to the other side of the basement just to create airflow, but as you can see it doesn't really have much pressure. That piece of paper just sat there. Alright, and there it is. You can see I didn't quite get it flush, but that's okay because that gives me wiggle room to get everything worked in. It's not super windy up here, but I'm hoping it pulls enough air to get the dust out of the air. We'll have to check back in a little bit and see how the buildup on the filter's doing. I thought about putting a strip of something up top here to try to blow the air to the other side of the basement, but I don't know. That might happen in the future, but for right now, I don't think it will. We'll have to watch the dust and see if it's like blowing it. Maybe it'll blow it around and back into the filter, or maybe it'll blow it away from the filter somehow. But if it doesn't affect the filter, we're just going to leave it alone. But if it does, we'll just stick a piece of cardboard or maybe a piece of wood in there. Problem is if you get it too close, then you won't be able to pull the fan out, but just something to work around in the future. Alright, I hope you found this build useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It'll definitely help out the video, help others find it. If you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe. And as always, have a great day. Alright, quick update. It does work, kind of. You can see back here, this is like the clean, and then over there. So, I mean, it obviously does suck some dust out of the air, but I really wish it had more of a vacuum to it. This top, I'm not gonna put a block on it just because of the amount of air it doesn't push, but I have seen it roll a little bit back and then blow dust in. So I mean, it does have a little bit of a good effect on it. So we're just gonna leave it as it is, and we might have to rebuild something later down the road.